Hi everyone, right. I hope your weekend's been semi-good after that massive storm we've had. We've had quite a lot of damage where I'm from. So I hope you're all safe and sound. Right, this video is regarding my chipping business. The full words, it's got microchipping. Right, the gloves are obviously so I can't pass anything on to the cat like an infection. Even though this is very, 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 very rare, it obviously can happen. So I always wear gloves just to make sure that my hands are fully clean completely, because obviously I've got protected from the gloves. So that's the first stage of chipping your animal. The second stage is the scanner. I always scan for an animal before I chip. Not because I don't believe the owners or stuff like that. It's just so then I can say to my records that I was the first one to chip the animal and the chip's not being redone for the second time if there's no need. Like I said, it's nothing against the owner. It's just for my own peace of mind that I can say to the chipping company that it wasn't chipped at the time. Obviously, this is done for cats and dogs, not just one or two. Even rabbits can be done. So yeah, rabbits can be done as well. This is the anti-scrub, right? I always put this on before inserting the needle. Yet again, even though it's very likely that they'll get an infection, it's obviously still an open wound because it is a needle that's piercing the skin. So I always put the hubby scrub on as well to yet again to make sure that it's all clean and tidy and that I've done everything to stop the infection from starting. Then we have the actual gun. Now this does look very daunting, but it's not really. But from an owner's point of view, I can see why it doesn't look very good or nice. But that's the gun. Basically, I do that, and I know you probably can't see it, but a little bit comes out and pushes the actual chip into the body. This just makes it more proof of it going in, because even though you're putting it through the skin, there is a chance the chip can come out after. So it might have to be redone with a new chip. But yet again, after every chipping, I do scan the animal to make sure that the chip has gone into the body and stayed there. And obviously we do everything after we've put the needle in, put the chip into the system of the back of the neck. We then have to make like a pinching of the skin. Not hard that the animal hurts. The animal won't even know that I'm doing it, but it's just to give it that extra oomph for the chip to stay in. So that's what I do with that. Any chipper can do it, is meant to do it that way, so it is part of the chipping process, as they say. Right, regarding the needles, I do the smallest needle you can get on the market. It's called a micro needle, and this is meant to make less hurt from the animal and make it easier as well. So yeah, I picked the smallest one. Obviously there's all the details of the chip, and I will give you a form with everything that's regarding with the chip. But I do also keep a part of the chip number for myself, because yet again, if there's any problems with the chip, then I can go back to my records and say, yes, it's this one, yes, it was done correctly, and so on. So yeah, I do try and think of the animals with the microchipping needles, because obviously it's not nice. As adults, we don't like them. The pets don't either, and sadly they don't understand why it's having to be done. So I try and make it as comfy and as pleasant as obviously I can. My dogs decide to come and say hello. As pleasant as I can for them, and try and make them as comfortable as I can. if you are a breeder, so you only get this if you've got a puppy or kittens, a lot of them. Obviously, by law, the puppies need to be chipped at 8 weeks. I don't do it any time then. It can be done at 6 weeks, but I won't do that because I think they're still a bit too young. So I will do them before they just leave to go to their new homes. And you will get this explaining what's had to be done and how to do it. I will, as I'm chipping, I will take your personal details to select them onto my chipping site. So it's that. And then the chipping company will actually send you an email for you to turn around and ask if this is your cat and are you aware that it's being done in your name. All you obviously you've got to do is on the email is verify it, and then that will be put on the records as you as the owner, or if you're the breeder then they'll put it in your name. So the breeder would have to then tell the new owners the details I've given her. But yet again, like I said, I'd give you all the information for you to do that, because yet again I am trying to make it as easy as possible for the owners as well. Obviously this is what my sharps go in. It's just a safety bin that it goes in, because it says danger, so obviously they know not to put your hands actually inside, because obviously then you could be cut by the sharps. So that's just the protectiveness of the needle when it's being used. I would also give you one of these. It's a receipt of the confirmation of it. I'll have my own one, obviously, yet again, for my records. You always, as a chipper, you will always double check and double have information for yourself, because then it can all be confirmed and shown if needed for any reason. So yeah, after that's done, the white bit would be my side, and then the green bit would be yours, just to confirm that it's done. And if you're a breeder and they go to the new homes, this is just proof that they've been chipped by myself and that you're aware of the chipping. And also you need the registration code and the transfer code for the new keepers of the pup, because for some reason, even though I think it's wrong, cats are not by law as dogs are, as you probably already know as a breeder. So yes, this is what I'll give you. And sorry,